all you have to do is go down the list. From top here, going down, then here going down, and from up here going down.
And make sure you guys all sign in.
Yeah?
What's that videotape this time?
Yeah, if you guys, I mean, I can do this in about 5 minutes. I'm pretty sure you guys can do it. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go from this down the list, this guy down the list, and this guy down the list. So, let's start. So first one is electric power plant. In this page, all you need to do is put voltage control to 44 and turn it on. That's it for this page. And then go to the next page, main switchboard starters. You need main high temp. This one you can just look at the book, and it should be pretty easy. Right there. And then the next guy is feeders. All you need is refrigeration plant, blue bulb purifier, and main condensate and auxiliary condensate pump. As a directory, produce a switchboard. There's only one, the auxiliary high temp pressure water pump. Damn. And then you keep going down the list. You'll hit diesel generator number 1. You go ahead and click that and just put it to remote. Keep going down the list. Generator number 2, put it to remote. And then you go, and then before you keep going down, because your generators are ready for standby, you go panel directory, generator control, priority 1, priority 2, auto, and auto. That's one big check mark on your assessment. As a directory, I'm going to keep going down. You don't need anything shaft generator. Next one is steam generation plant, over here. All you have to do is open these 2 feed valves, set manual to 25, turn on this pump, and you want this level to be in between -50 to 0.
Can you do this like out of order like that?
You could, but this is the easiest way for you not to remember it.
No, I'm saying like, so he taught us this way, right? Or this way.
Mm-hmm.
So the way you're teaching us this way?
It doesn't
Going down
matter.
the list?
Yeah, you can do it this way.
Okay.
And just be careful though, because when you do turn off the pump, like now, there's still some pressure and it's still gonna keep going. So ideally, you want to turn this guy off at -60. That way, you'll be at like -40 range. And so keep going. And then feed water and makeup pump. Turn that guy on, and this top one says, how it says small on the bottom. Open that guy. Wait for this guy. Perfect. It's going to keep pumping all the way down to the right level. And this, because you want this at 1.5, you can just leave this on for now, because it takes forever. So process directory, keep going down. Exhaust boiler, you don't need anything there. Go to oil-fired boiler. All you need here is your superheater vent, which is up here. And then your desuperheater outlet valve to 100. Your drain, and these 2 guys, your auxiliary exhaust valves, these 2 guys, 1 and 2. That's it for this page. And then probably the hardest thing you need to do is the boiler combustion, because you have to do it in a certain order. So the very first thing you do before you even touch this page is you go to the service tank, click this guy, 005. And it says 2 boiler over here, so just open that guy so you have diesel oil. And then you trace the line. Before you start this pump, you want 3-way valve. And you want this fuel setting to 15. Then keep going down here. You want burner type to diesel oil. After that, you can go ahead and give it atomizing air. three-way valve first, and then that guy. And then now you're ready to purge it. So airflow to 100%. That's going to start going up and turn the fan on. Once you turn it on, purge it. And then once this purge button unpops, that's when it's done purging. And that's normal. And then when it's done purging, you go ahead and, there you go. You go ahead and put 9 over here, airflow. And most people make this mistake, they start the boiler right away, but you have to wait until the dampers actually get to about 10, or somewhere close to 9.
But it's reset, I'm trying to say.
Yep. So since it's 10 now, you can go ahead and turn on the pump, reset the boiler, and now you can turn on the burner number 1. And that's pilot fire, and you get a big fire over here. There you go. After that, you're supposed to adjust the oxygen and the smoke, but I'll just give you guys the magic numbers as we call it. Fuel is 10, and the airflow is 4.2. If you put it at that, this oxygen will go like over here, like above 3, and there will be no smoke, and that's perfect. That's exactly where you want it.
10 and 4.2.
Mm-hmm. As soon as this hits about 18, you'll start seeing this go down. There, it's gonna stop it right here. So that's it for this page. That's the hardest page. And then now you just go to steam condenser. You just want to pump this guy down about halfway. 400, 300, 200, it doesn't matter. As long as it's halfway, it's not full.
Isn't there a auxiliary pump?
Yeah, because if you use this pump, it's going to be way too long. You can use auxiliary condensate pump in this one. So let's say about 400. Cool. And before you leave this page, put salt water cooling 10%. That's it for this page. Then I'm going to keep going down. Do anything there. Next row. Keep going down. Do anything there. You go ahead and hit the reefer system. And most people forget, so this is what I do. The very first thing I do in this page is I turn on these 3 pumps. 1, 2, and 3. Most people forget that.
What are those pumps?
They're just the fans for your evaporator. Just turn on those pumps. After the pump is you open these 3 valves. 1, 2, and 3. After you open 3 valves, you turn on the oil pump and the cooler for the oil. Once you have that, set the manual control to 10, and you can go ahead and start the compressor. And now you're waiting for this pressure to hit below 1. While you're waiting, you can put negative 18 on this guy, but don't put it in auto yet. So, can't do anything until it's like 0.99, or else you get knocked down. What you're doing is you're like pulling your vacuum through these 2 guys, get all the crap out of there. And once it hits below 1, then you only do 2 things, which are auto and open this pump. And that's it. That's it for this guy. And you get alarm and all that, that's normal. And then next is this guy, this row, saltwater system. Only one thing you need to do is the steam condenser, open that valve. Keep going down, fuel transfer system. You just put 100 on all of them. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Settling tanks, just put heating, open those 2 valves. And then service tanks, same thing, just open those 2 heating valves. And then keep going down, you hit lube oil purifier system, this guy. Before you even touch this guy, go to the suction, O12. And this is your suction and this is your discharge. There's a salt. So you open both of them. And then now you can go back to the purifier. This guy. Now you have suction and discharge. Set the pump to 25. And then turn it on. Now you have flow. After you have flow, you can put the heating on, which is 85. Auto. And then open that guy. And that's it for this guy. And lastly is the freshwater system. What I do is I trace it from the tank, here, go down here, to the auxiliary, and you want to preheat it. So it goes down here to the preheater. Don't open this guy yet. And then you go to the engine, come out of the engine, but you also vent it out. And then you don't want to make fresh water, so you want to bypass it 100%. Once everything's set up, you go ahead and set the controller to 80. Auto, turn on the pump. Once you have gallons, you can turn on the preheater, and you're done. That's it. If you guys want to see my grid,